What did you just eat? You can turn back now or learn the stuff they don't want you to know. It's an important question, and maybe a better way to ask it is, what was in the stuff that you just ate? That's Matt behind the camera. I'm Ben. You're the audience. This is Stuff They Don't Want You to Know. This week, Matt and I have been putting out some of our classic episodes on food additives. You've already seen brominated vegetable oil, and we've got another one coming up very soon. So we wanted to take our update time this week to ask you about the scariest food ingredients you've come across. Now, as everybody in the United States and around the world knows, the U.S. has a bit of a reputation when it comes to food safety. In the United States, as we mentioned in our episodes, we have this thing called the FDA, which is in charge of approving or banning ingredients in food. Now, the FDA's had some hits and some misses, and guess who pays the price when it comes to health? Yeah, I mean, everybody does, even people in the FDA. One of our favorite stories is a thing called Olestra, or its brand name is Olean, because it makes you skinnier, because it makes you less fat, right? It also gives you horrible, uncontrollable bodily discharges. And I'm not talking about the North Pole. So if you were like most people in the United States, and indeed the majority of people in the West, you probably have eaten some processed food at some point this week, and maybe at some point today even, just as you turned on this video. If you look at the ingredients on the label of the processed thing that you've recently eaten, you'll quickly learn that it's a laundry list of difficult to pronounce chemicals that don't sound like words, much less food. Into the realm of harmful food additives, we also have to put some food colorings or dyes. To be fair, for any of the agencies across the world charged with deciding whether something will harm you or not harm you, it's tough for them to conclude these studies. Now, there are allegations of corruption constantly. Big company A doesn't want John and Jane Q. Public to know that they're secretly putting like coal tar or exorcist spit or something into their crackers, and they pay off some government agency not to say, hey, that's spit from the exorcist. The truth of the matter is that with the public health at stake, these government agencies, one would hope, are doing their best to save lives, not to save or make money on the side. But we want to know what you think. What's the most dangerous food additive? What did you eat recently? And what food additive should we cover in the future? Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for our upcoming episode on one of the most controversial additives in FDA history.